So this year we're doing something really cool. We're calling total freestyle control. So we've taken all the freestyle moves you can pull off, crazy passes, dunks, shots, fadeaways, and we put the control of that on the right analog stick. So it's much more like it's a graduated system, almost like a fighting game. So now when you want to pull off a move, the simpler moves are just flicks on the stick, left, right, up, down. But as you sort of get better at the game, become an expert, and want to pull off the really better moves, you have to use the stick, right? So quarter circles, flicks back and forth. So it becomes pretty complex. It's sort of as you advance in the game and get better, you learn to do this stuff. It actually affects momentum. It also affects game intensity. So this year we have this concept of the game having an intensity level, and as things happen in the game based on the score and the clock and everything changing, that intensity can go up or down, regardless of momentum. We still have momentum on top of that, right? So your team could have momentum or my team could have momentum, but the idea, what we're trying to get to, is that the second quarter of a regular season blowout feels completely different than the fourth quarter of a playoff game. The beauty of that is that if the overall game has an intensity, it's not your intensity, it's not my intensity, it's the whole thing, right? So that way one player doesn't gain an advantage over another player. There still is momentum for each team, but it's very toned down as far as how much it affects what's happening. So we're offering one-on-one, individual practice, which is kind of the stuff we do every year. We have the NBA All-Star Weekend again, where you can do the three-point shooting contest, the dunk contest, and all that sort of stuff. And online play again is there as well. But we really focused our efforts this year on our 5-on-5 gameplay and getting that right. We actually, this year, we separated out dunks and layups on the controller, so it's a risk-reward thing. You have to decide whether you want to attempt a dunk or whether you want to play it safe and go for a lay-in. Whereas in past years, we sort of decided that for you through a contextual-based system. So it's risk-reward now. You have to decide, is it worth it for me to try to throw down with this guy? If it's Steve Nash, probably not. If it's Mario Stoudemire, then yes. We did some interesting things with passing. So we wanted to try to incorporate better alley-oops this year, and lob passes and touch passes. Touch passes are really cool. You can sort of queue up the next pass you want to make. Works really well on the fast break. So if you're on the wing and you got the ball, you can kick it to the point guard who can touch pass it right back to you. But we've added post battles, this concept of post battles. So you'll see players battling for position more and trying to get deep in the post or trying to get better position on the defender. So that's really the difference. And then within gameplay, what you need to do is really wait until the player is open before giving him the ball. The shooting interface is interesting. I talked at the beginning about total freestyle control, right? So having shots on the analog stick is a whole new thing for us, right? So that takes some getting used to, but it works pretty well. The other thing that I brought up is that we've separated the dunk and the layup button, so that takes a little getting used to if you're not used to it. And then our free throw system, we're using the right analog stick this year to shoot free throws. So you have to sort of use an up-down motion on the stick within rhythm of the shot. Well, I think we've made our game more authentic. We tried to look at everything that we did last year and get away from things that maybe people perceived as too arcadey. And I don't like the word sim so much, right? Because I don't really feel like any of us, the competition included, are building true sims. But we've definitely tried to make the game more authentic. We've improved the spacing on offense especially. The whole game just sort of flows better. And we've really made playing defense a part of it. And instead of playing defense by sort of mashing on the button constantly, now it's more about getting proper position, and we've given the players a sense of weightedness, and added a lot of collisions around the basket that really change the way it feels. I think that the key to the NBA Live has always been you can pick it up and play, and it's very fun right away, right out of the box. So we've tried to continue that, right? And so it's possible to pick up NBA Live, play it with knowing two buttons. If you can pass and shoot, you can play NBA Live and have fun. And then we've always tried to keep that as our mantra. No matter what else we do, don't lose that.